Imagine this: a single spice that has sat quietly in your kitchen for years may hold the secret to sleeping through the night without constant trips to the bathroom. For many seniors in both America and India, broken sleep feels unavoidable, something tied to age itself. Yet, what if I told you that chewing this familiar spice for just 60 seconds before bed could calm your bladder, relax your body, and restore the deep rest you thought was gone forever? Sleep is not only about feeling rested in the morning. It is the very time your brain repairs memory, your heart restores rhythm, and your immune system gathers strength. When frequent urination wakes you 2 or 3 times each night, those vital repairs are cut short. The result is fatigue, foggy thinking, and even a higher risk of falls. That is why the discovery of this gentle remedy feels almost miraculous, because it works with your body rather than against it. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how this simple spice can become your quiet ally, and why doctors now believe timing and habit matter just as much as medicine. Before we begin, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Where are you watching this video? What time are you watching it? Please leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe so you never miss a future tip designed for your health and peace of mind. The real causes of nighttime urination. As we grow older, the body quietly changes in ways that are easy to miss, yet powerful in their effect. One of the most important changes happens with a hormone called vasopressin, which helps your kidneys slow down urine production at night. When you were younger, this hormone worked strongly in the evening, allowing your bladder to stay calm for 6 or 7 hours of deep rest. After 60, however, vasopressin production declines, and the kidneys keep filtering fluids at nearly the same pace as the daytime. The result is more urine produced at the very hours when your body needs peace, pulling you out of sleep and sending you toward the bathroom again and again. Alongside this hormonal shift, the bladder itself becomes more sensitive with age. In your younger years, it could comfortably hold nearly 16 ounces of fluid before sending a clear signal to the brain. But after 60, the nerves along the bladder wall grow more reactive. Even when only half a cup of liquid has collected, the brain receives an urgent message that says, "Wake up now." This does not mean your bladder is broken. It means the threshold has lowered, and what once felt normal now triggers a restless night. For many elders, this constant signaling becomes the source of quiet frustration, as though their body is betraying them during the very hours of rest. On top of these natural changes, daily habits often make things worse without us realizing it. Drinking 2 glasses of water with dinner, enjoying a bowl of soup after sunset, or sipping a comforting cup of warm milk close to bedtime all seem harmless. Yet each of these adds more liquid right before the body is trying to rest. The kidneys, already less efficient, are forced to keep working, and the bladder fills at the wrong time. What feels like a small indulgence becomes a hidden trigger that steals deep sleep, leaving the mind foggy and the body tired the next morning. Let me share 2 stories that may feel familiar. In Texas, a retired gentleman believed his broken nights were simply the price of turning 70. He stopped evening walks, blamed old age, and quietly accepted the fatigue. In Kerala, a graceful grandmother thought the same, certain her constant trips to the washroom were inevitable. Yet both of them discovered that it was not age alone, but their habits. Late drinks, warm soups, and untimed routines that caused their discomfort. With gentle adjustments, both found that nights grew calmer, Mornings grew lighter, and hope quietly returned. So if you are struggling with these nightly awakenings, remember this truth. Aging is not a punishment. Your body is still listening. By understanding the real causes and shifting small habits, you can guide yourself back toward the healing rhythm of undisturbed sleep. Miracle Spice. There is a humble spice that has traveled across generations, resting quietly in kitchen shelves, often overlooked despite its hidden strength. This spice is fennel, a familiar seed known for its gentle sweetness and soothing aroma, used in countless recipes across the world. When chewed slowly for 60 seconds before bed, fennel does something remarkable for the aging body. It calms the bladder, eases hidden tension, and allows the nervous system to prepare for rest. Timing, however, is the secret. If taken too early, its calming effect fades before sleep arrives. If taken too late, digestion interferes with the body's readiness to rest. But when enjoyed at the right hour, about 1 hour before bedtime, fennel's quiet power begins to work, offering elders a chance to lie down without fear of another restless night. Science gives us a gentle explanation for this almost miraculous effect. Fennel seeds contain natural oils rich in compounds like nethyl and antioxidants that reduce inflammation. For older adults, the bladder lining often becomes slightly irritated, sending false alarms to the brain that it must empty. These compounds soothe the bladder wall and reduce unnecessary contractions, helping the organ hold comfortably without constant signaling. Just as importantly, fennel relaxes smooth muscles in the urinary tract, which eases pressure and restores balance to the system. In simple words, chewing fennel for 60 seconds teaches your bladder to remain calm, allowing your mind to drift into deeper sleep. For many seniors, this means fewer midnight trips to the bathroom, a steadier heart rhythm, and a clearer mind when morning comes. Beyond the science, fennel carries a cultural story that feels both familiar and surprising. In American kitchens, fennel is often treated as an exotic flavor tucked into a spice jar that only appears for a holiday recipe or a special Italian dish. Many older Americans may have fennel seeds in their pantry without ever realizing their quiet healing potential. In India, by contrast, fennel is a trusted companion to daily meals. Small bowls of fennel seeds often sit near the dining table, offered after dinner as a digestive aid. Elders enjoy the taste, but many never connect it with bladder health or sleep quality. This difference shows us something important. Having a remedy within reach does not always mean using it in the right way. The American elder may ignore it altogether, while the Indian elder may take it too soon after dinner, losing its most powerful benefit. The secret lies in awareness, timing, and trust in the body's rhythm. For seniors everywhere, the thought of broken sleep often carries unspoken fears. Will I fall in the night while walking to the bathroom? Will my memory continue to fade with each restless hour? Will my partner's sleep be disturbed again, leaving both of us tired and discouraged? Fennel cannot erase every fear, but it can remind you that your body still responds to care. A handful of seeds chewed with intention may restore the calm you thought was gone. In both America and India, elders who embrace this practice discover that good health does not always come from medicine bottles or hospital visits. Sometimes it comes from a small sweet seed you already know, waiting patiently to become your ally in the quiet hours of the night. So as you think about tonight, remember this gentle truth. Your body is not finished learning. With something as simple as fennel seeds taken at the right time, you can guide it back to the rhythm of rest. This is not magic. It is the wisdom of nature paired with your willingness to listen and adjust. And that, dear friend, is where healing often begins. Practical guide to using the spice. When it comes to fennel seeds or any healing spice, the first step is always choosing the right quality. Older bodies are more sensitive, and a poor quality spice can do more harm than good. Look carefully at the seeds. They should be firm with a gentle green color and carry a light sweet aroma when held close to the nose. If the seeds appear dull faded or give off a musty smell, they may have been sitting too long in storage. Moisture is another hidden danger since damp seeds can grow mold that irritates the stomach and bladder. In America, you may find fennel seeds in small spice jars at grocery stores, but make sure to check the date printed on the label. In India, where fennel is often sold in open markets, buy from a trusted vendor and store the seeds at home in an airtight glass container away from direct sunlight. Treat these seeds as you would any small treasure, dry, protected, and ready when you need them most. Once you have chosen the right seeds, timing becomes the key to unlocking their benefit. Many seniors enjoy fennel after dinner as a simple mouth freshener, but for bladder health and deeper sleep, the timing must be different. The best moment is about 1 hour before you lie down to rest. Think of it as a bridge between your evening meal and your night of sleep. In America, this may be around 9 o'clock if you usually go to bed at 10. In India, where families often eat later, chewing fennel around 10 may prepare the body for an 11 o'clock bedtime. If you take it right after dinner, the seeds may be digested too quickly, and the calming effect will fade before you even fall asleep. If you wait until the moment you climb into bed, your body may be too busy with digestion to fully relax. That quiet space about 60 minutes before sleep is where fennel does its best work. Now, let us talk about how to chew it properly. Do not rush or swallow the seeds like a pill. Place a small pinch in your mouth, no more than half a teaspoon, and begin chewing slowly. Let the natural oils release, filling your mouth with their gentle sweetness. As you chew, breathe calmly and allow your mind to settle. After about 60 seconds, the oils will mix with saliva, soothing both your digestion and your bladder nerves. Swallow the softened seeds, slowly letting the body absorb their calm rhythm. Many elders in both America and India describe this as a small nightly ritual, almost like a prayer for rest. The act of chewing slowly also tells your nervous system that the day is over and it is safe to relax. When done with patience, this single minute can change the course of your night. Of course, like all remedies, fennel must be used with care. More does not mean better, and chewing large amounts may upset the stomach or lower blood pressure too quickly. One small pinch is enough. Doubling or tripling the dose will not double the effect. Seniors who take medication for blood pressure, diabetes, or other chronic conditions should always consult their doctor before making fennel a nightly habit. In America, pharmacists can provide quick advice about drug interactions, while in India, an experienced family doctor or Ayurvedic practitioner can guide you. Think of fennel not as a replacement for your medical care, but as a gentle companion that works alongside it. By respecting the right amount, choosing the right timing, and honoring your body's needs, you create a safe path to calmer nights and brighter mornings. So, dear friend, Remember this, the spice is not a magic cure, but a tool your body still knows how to use. Chosen carefully, chewed with intention, and used wisely, it can help you reclaim the gift of deep, unbroken rest. Common mistakes to avoid. For many older adults, fennel seeds feel like a simple answer to broken nights. Yet even a gentle remedy can lose its strength if paired with the wrong habits. One of the first mistakes is drinking too much water with the spice. Many seniors believe a large glass of water will wash it down, but this only fills the bladder and forces the kidneys to work when the body should be resting. In both America and India, what feels like a harmless evening drink often leads to 2 or 3 nighttime awakenings. The truth is that fennel should calm the system, not be drowned in liquid. A small sip with medicine is fine, but pairing it with a full glass of water at 9 o'clock almost guarantees disappointment. A second mistake comes from combining fennel with very salty or spicy foods. In American homes, this may look like fennel tea after heavily seasoned takeout. In India, it often means chewing fennel after meals rich in pickles, papads, or chili. Salt raises thirst, causing more water intake, while spice irritates the bladder lining, triggering nerves even when the bladder is barely full. For elders already sensitive at night, this cancels out fennel's calming effect. The better choice is to enjoy fennel seeds in their pure form after a lighter meal that respects the body's evening rhythm. Another common misunderstanding is believing that fennel alone will solve the problem. Poor sleep is rarely caused by one factor, and no spice can erase late sodas, heavy dinners, or long evenings of television. Fennel is a helper, not a miracle cure. It soothes the bladder, but your body still needs balance, steady hydration during the daylight activity and early meals. Without these, even fennel's natural strength will fade. Consider the story of a grandmother in Florida. She chewed fennel faithfully each night, hoping for relief, yet continued drinking soda at 9 o'clock. The sugar and caffeine stirred her bladder, and the extra liquid forced her awake. Night after night, she felt discouraged. Only when she gave up the soda and paired fennel with an earlier, lighter routine did she finally sleep 6 peaceful hours. She later smiled and said, "It wasn't the spice that failed, it was me asking it to do too much." So let these lessons serve as a quiet reminder. Fennel can be your ally, but only when supported by wise choices. Drink less in the evening, eat more lightly, respect your body's rhythm, and let the spice do its quiet work. In that balance lies the gift of calmer nights and brighter mornings. The wider benefits beyond sleep. When older adults first hear about fennel seeds, they usually think of their role in easing nighttime urination. Yet this humble spice quietly does much more, bringing relief and strength to the body in ways that go beyond sleep. One of fennel's greatest gifts is its gentle support for digestion. With age, the stomach and intestines work more slowly, leaving many elders with bloating, heaviness, or uncomfortable gas. The natural oils in fennel seeds relax the intestinal muscles, helping food pass smoothly and reducing cramps. A senior in New Jersey once shared that she avoided family dinners because of constant bloating, but after chewing fennel, she regained comfort and confidence. In Kerala, many elders chew fennel after meals without realizing how deeply it eases digestion and restores lightness after eating. Another benefit lies in its calming effect on circulation and stress. The same compounds that relax the bladder also relax blood vessels, easing pressure and supporting the heart. For seniors managing high blood pressure or living with quiet daily tension, fennel can bring noticeable comfort. It will not replace prescribed medicine, but it can soften the burden on the body. Picture a grandmother in Ohio sitting on a porch sipping fennel tea at sunset. Her breathing slows, her shoulders ease, and her heart feels lighter. In India, an elder walking home after temple prayers may chew fennel and feel a similar calm in both chest and mind. These simple acts remind us that health is about balance and peace, not only avoiding disease. Fennel is also rich in antioxidants which protect the brain and heart from gradual damage caused by stress and aging. Seniors who fear memory loss or heart decline often feel encouraged when they discover such natural allies. A retired teacher in Boston felt sharper after adding fennel to her evenings, while a grandfather in Chennai noticed less heaviness in his chest and more energy to join community events. These are not overnight miracles, but steady steps toward resilience and dignity in later years. Finally, fennel connects cultures in comforting ways. In the United States, it often appears in herbal teas blended with chamomile or mint, offering calm before bed. In India, it brightens masala mixes or rests in small bowls after dinner, quietly supporting both digestion and circulation. In both places, elders may enjoy the flavor without realizing the deeper gift hidden inside. So let us remember, fennel is not just a spice. It eases the stomach, protects the heart, steadies the mind, and supports daily life with grace. And in that steady rhythm, it offers hope that aging can still be filled with comfort, clarity, and peace. Simple habits that help you sleep more deeply. Good sleep in later years is not only shaped by medicine or supplements, but also by small, steady habits that guide the body back to balance. One of the simplest and most effective is a short morning walk. Just 15 minutes of slow walking in fresh air encourages the legs to release extra fluid that would otherwise collect during long hours of sitting. When this fluid is cleared early, the kidneys are less burdened at night and the bladder remains calmer. An older gentleman in Arizona noticed that after adding his morning walk, his nights felt lighter, his awakenings fewer, and his confidence quietly returned. Another gentle shift involves how we rest at night. Sleeping on the left side with a soft pillow between the knees reduces pressure on the bladder and allows digestion to flow more smoothly. At first, this change may feel awkward, especially for someone used to sleeping flat on the back, yet many seniors find it surprisingly effective. A grandmother in Delhi shared that with this small adjustment, she woke less often and her mornings carried less stiffness and more energy. The body is quick to reward even small kindnesses. Comfort inside the bedroom also carries more influence than we realize. Thick nightclothes or an overheated room can trigger sweating, thirst, and kidney activity that disrupts rest. Choosing light cotton clothing and keeping the room between 68 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit helps regulate temperature naturally. Both American and Indian elders have found that this one detail can lengthen sleep and soften nighttime discomfort. Finally, a few minutes of deep breathing before bed signals safety to the nervous system. Sitting quietly, inhaling slowly through the nose and exhaling gently through the mouth helps the bladder settle and the mind release tension. Many seniors describe this practice as a nightly prayer, a closing ritual that invites peace. Together, these four habits, walking each morning, adjusting sleeping posture, choosing comfortable clothing in room temperature, and practicing calm breathing, require no cost, only intention. Practiced consistently, they remind us that restful sleep is still possible even as the years advance. Misunderstandings and the truth. One of the most common misunderstandings among seniors is the idea that drinking less water during the day will prevent nighttime urination. At first, it sounds logical, but the body responds differently. When you drink too little, your blood becomes slightly thicker and the kidneys are forced to work harder later in the evening. This late effort often produces more urine just as you lie down, increasing the chance of waking at night. Doctors remind us that the best strategy is steady hydration throughout the morning and early afternoon, then gradually tapering in the evening. A senior in Michigan discovered that by drinking most of her water before 3 in the afternoon, her nights grew calmer and her mornings brighter. Another misunderstanding is that only men with prostate issues suffer from frequent nighttime urination. While the prostate can certainly be a factor for men, women also face the same challenge. After menopause, changes in bladder sensitivity hormone levels and pelvic support can increase nighttime awakenings. Many older women feel alone or embarrassed, assuming it is a problem only men should face, and so they remain silent. The truth is that nocturia affects both genders, and recognizing this helps women seek solutions without shame. In Kerala, an elderly woman found relief once she realized her issue was not unusual and she could finally discuss it with her doctor. The third misunderstanding is the belief that sleeping pills are the simple answer. While they may force the body into drowsiness, they do not address the bladder signals and often make balance memory and morning alertness worse. A grandfather in Texas shared that he felt groggy and unsteady after relying on pills, yet still woke twice a night to use the bathroom. True relief comes from adjusting habits, calming the bladder, and respecting the body's rhythm. Pills may quiet the mind for a moment, but they cannot create the natural rest your body still remembers how to achieve. So, dear friend, let these truths offer reassurance. Nighttime urination is not solved by deprivation, denial, or medication alone. It is managed by understanding small daily choices and gentle respect for your body's changing needs. Inspiring stories of hope. In New Jersey, a couple in their early 70s quietly accepted broken sleep as part of aging. For years, they believed waking up 2 or 3 times each night was something they simply had to endure. Yet fatigue weighed heavily on their mornings, leaving them drained, irritable, and hesitant to plan activities with their children and grandchildren. Their daughter gently suggested trying fennel seeds, chewed slowly 1 hour before bed, along with small lifestyle changes. At first, they doubted such a simple step could make a difference, but they agreed to give it 3 weeks. By the end of the first week, both noticed longer stretches of sleep, waking only once instead of several times. After 3 weeks, they were sleeping 6 to 7 hours without interruption, and their energy returned. The husband shared that his morning walks felt easier, and his wife smiled, saying she could finally enjoy breakfast without feeling exhausted. What began as a hesitant experiment became a gentle turning point, reminding them that even at 70, the body can still respond with gratitude to small acts of care. Far away in Kerala, a 74-year-old grandmother carried her own quiet struggle. For nearly a decade, she missed the joy of joining morning festivals and temple gatherings because restless nights left her too tired. Each dawn, she heard the sounds of drums and prayers, yet her body felt heavy and her spirit dimmed. A neighbor suggested fennel paired with earlier dinners and gentle breathing before bed. Skeptical at first, she decided to try. Within 2 weeks, she noticed fewer awakenings and her mornings felt lighter. By the third week, she dressed in her traditional sari and walked confidently to join the festival she had avoided for years. The colors, the music, and the laughter returned to her life, and her family noticed the sparkle in her eyes. She whispered that it felt like reclaiming a piece of herself she thought was gone forever. These stories remind us that healing often begins with simple steps, consistent habits, and the courage to try again. Whether in America or India, small changes can open the door to deeper rest and a brighter tomorrow. As we close this journey together, let us gently return to the heart of the message. A simple spice, often resting unnoticed in the kitchen, has shown itself to be a quiet ally for older adults. When chewed slowly and at the right time, it helps calm the bladder, reduces nighttime awakenings, and allows the mind to sink into deeper rest. But the gift of fennel does not stop there. Its compounds support circulation, protect the heart, and shield the brain with natural antioxidants. For many elders who feel that their body no longer listens, fennel reminds us that small choices still matter and that health can be nurtured with gentle consistency. Now imagine a soft American morning. A couple sits on their porch, a warm cup of coffee between them, watching the sun rise over the quiet street. Their sleep was steady, their conversation calm, and their hearts light. In India, picture grandparents walking joyfully through the morning festival, dressed in colorful clothes, surrounded by music, prayers, and laughter. They too have reclaimed rest, and with it the energy to join life fully once again. So let me leave you with this blessing. May your nights be calm, and may your mornings be full of light. May each day remind you that healing is still possible no matter your age. And if this message touched you, I would love to hear your story. Please share your experience in the comments and let us grow together as a community. Do not forget to subscribe, click the bell icon for weekly guidance, and share this video with someone you love. Sometimes one small seed of knowledge can change an entire season of life.